Yeah, really, really fun locker room in there. And I do want to say hats off to Akron. I think that in some ways we're in similar situations. Haven't won as much as we've wanted. And just watching them, they do not give in or give up ever. And there's nothing that I respect more than a team that keeps fighting. That's who we wanted to be today. And we talked about that and about defining who we are. And I'm really proud of the preparation. Of just staying together. And then this was a hard fought game. Now I don't think there's any turnovers. I think just a little bit that I got to see with the stats. I don't know if it could get much closer. And it felt that way all the way through. It was a double overtime game. So really proud of our guys. And then just for our, the 18 or 19 guys who played their last game, on that gray turf in the factory. Man, it's emotional every time. It's just hard to imagine, coaching a team with some of those guys not on it. I don't know how else to say it. There's been a handful of those guys who started recruiting them in 2017. So we're going to really miss them. And Scott reminded me when I got off the bus, he said, this will be the last football game played on the original gray turf, and we won that first one. Morgan State back in 2014 and we won the last one, and we're undefeated on the new gray turf that's coming in. So so excited about it.
Was there anything
I think so. I think the more you get accustomed to something, the better you get at it for sure. And you're right. We've seen, I don't know, the vast majority, I think, have been playing two quarterbacks. It's almost the norm this year. And these guys, were in some ways extremes, right? Where 13, he wasn't going to run the ball, but, he's a really good passing quarterback. And then number 10, can throw the ball some, but he's really dynamic with his feet. And so not that it's two different game plans, but two different emphasis for sure when those guys are in the game.
Obviously a big emotional win going into overtime, of course. The stakes were obvious. You had to win this one and of course next week coming up, to get into the bowl game. Is this a big relief for you personally to know that your team went out and won to handle business today, knowing that next week they can still take care of business and get to where you guys want to be for a bowl trip?
Yeah, I hope that it's never a relief for me. I love doing this, and it's hard when you're not, playing like you want to play and having success. This was not a relief. This was like joy. I'm proud of, I mean it. I'm not trying to sound like something that isn't true or something like that. Like, it's been hard. We got our teeth kicked in, 6 nights ago. It wasn't fun. And that came after, losing to Western, and that came after losing a really hard fought battle to NIU at a critical part in the year. So that's 3 weeks. And so challenge myself and the staff and everybody is like, who are we? What does E-Tough mean? What does Eastern Michigan football mean? And we talked a lot about that this week. And, when the guys pull together and then play like that against a good football team and win in double overtime, the way that we did, it wasn't easy. None of the guys are going to be happy with me in the pregame meal. I was honest with him. I said, I hope that this isn't easy. I want to see us fight, and have to struggle and believe and overcome and do all that together. And we certainly did it. I thought it was really good. Thought it was really good. Again, coming out of, a hard situation, but yeah, the focus, our practices, we essentially had 2 practices, right? We had one on Saturday and one on Sunday and had to get a lot done. And I thought that they went, really well. The thing is, sometimes I talk about these guys and kind of put them on a pedestal that, I might overdo it, but I really believe in them. And like our guys are great guys, and none of us are perfect. I'm not trying to say that, but and so when you have a 3-game losing streak and you're not playing well and whatnot, if you have people with character who love each other, you know what I mean, and are invested in all of those things, then you don't, fall apart, or you lose focus or whatever the words are. You know, because of those things, you can stay together, endure, keep fighting, keep believing, and um, yeah, that's what our guys did. Yeah, I'm gonna miss him dearly, and definitely how they play on the field. But like EJ Williams got hurt early, and London Craft, another senior, got to play a bunch because of it. So we're doing shout outs, and EJ shouts out London, is literally happy for him that he got to play, because he hasn't played probably as much as he would have liked, And EJ meant it, didn't he? You know what I mean? It's like, so I go to EJ and I'm like, I want to be like you someday. You know what I mean? Because he did. I mean, he's not sitting, in the corner with the towel over his head because he got injured and didn't get to play much on senior day. I mean, he's able to literally be excited for, another senior that got to play, as a result. So, I spent a lot of time with the seniors. We start, I don't know if it was January 5th or January 6th, they came over to my house, and it hasn't been every week since then, but it was like once every 2 or 3 weeks in the summer. We take time off in July and all that. But other than that, I mean, we have been meeting, about leadership and leading this team and all of that all the way through. And so, yeah, I'm gonna miss these guys. They're, yeah, I love them.
Well, they had just kicked the field goal. So we knew we had to score to put the game away. Obviously didn't want to go in another overtime. But rallied the guys together. Everyone was really focused, locked in, lasered in. Everyone screaming on the sideline. I think everyone had great energy, and I think the most important part, everyone was just having fun out there. So that's the beautiful thing about playing football. And in a game like that, it's high intensity, but it's really fun. Kind of an adrenaline junkie. So, well, I think it's definitely been hard. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It hasn't been easy. Like Coach Creighton said, through 3 losses in a row, we put a dent in any team's morale. So I think with it being senior night, I think that kind of helped us, and being focused and locked in, and having the energy to bring it each and every week, especially on a short week. That was hard too as well. But I think with it being senior day, it really kind of helped us, and send the seniors off right, at the last home game. So I think that really helped us. We we got some really good seniors, on the offensive side of the ball. Dooley, Howie, and then you got Sampson, obviously, and then you got Tanner and Holmes. Those we're all really close. Leaders on the offense. Tanner's my dog. Him stepping up and making plays. That felt good to me. I feel like I've helped him a lot. He's helped me, and it's just been really great. And just being selfless, it's not about you this night. You know what I'm saying? It's about the other people. Enjoying their last home game at the factory. That's just big to me. That I can be a part of that. So it's definitely hard for sure. Injuries aren't great. But it's just a matter of you always want to be safe and stuff like that. But it's all about a matter of want to and willpower. I think we have some. I think Coach Creighton does a great job of recruiting tough guys, and I think that's what propels them. Get in the treatment room, do their treatment, and try to be as healthy as possible. On game days, and I think that's just to Coach Creighton, I think he just does a great job of recruiting tough guys and people who want to play and be out there as as much as possible. So I mean, I felt great, and I just want to tip my hat to my O-line. They gave me a lot of time on a lot of crucial downs, allowed me to either extend plays or give me a clean pocket and make the throw on third down and stuff. So I think they did an amazing job with that. I mean, yeah, Akron, I tip my hats off to Akron too. They gave me some decent looks. They zone blitz a decent amount. They almost got me on that could have been an interception. Thought it was man. They bumped in the zone. But yeah, I think just having the playmakers around me, really makes my job a lot easier. I can throw it up and they can come down with it. I wasn't perfect. Still got work to do. We're gonna have to be better. We're gonna have to be better to beat Buffalo next week to go to a bowl game. So yeah, I mean it propels you that much, further. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The energy's not as after the 3 game losing streak. The energy's not there as much as it needs to be at times. But I think this win definitely propels us. To gather momentum going into this week. It's not a shorter week this week, so I think that'll help as well. Give us time to rest our bodies and things of that nature. But yeah, the win definitely helps. I think it gets everyone motivated to see that we could still, might not have gotten the goals that we wanted to at the end of the season, but we can definitely finish it off strong. So I think that's very important. Me, I mean, I don't think it really, reflects me as much. I think I've worked hard the whole season, but it's just more of my teammates, working hard as well. I think they do a great job coming to work each and every day, whether that's, getting treatment on their body or taking practice, really serious and grinding it out. And just talking it out, man. I think we have a great, communication on the offensive side of the ball. So, I mean, it's not really about me. I think it's just a test of, I'm only one person on the field. So I think it's just my players just do a great job of, coming to work each and every day. Well, I think the goal each and every week is just trying to get better. You don't want to make the same mistakes twice, especially in games. So yeah, I think as the season's going on, I think I've gotten better as a passer and a runner, and just seeing the offense and understanding what we want to do, getting my playmakers the ball. But yeah, I think just getting better each and every week has been the most important part of it. I love these guys. I love them so much, man. We're a close knit group. I just want to say I love them, especially to the seniors, man. Love those guys to death. They've helped me so much, and let's go out there next week and beat Buffalo and go to the bowl.
One last question I had. What were your thoughts at the end of the game?
At the end, you saying like after the touchdown, go celebrate. Go find Jerry who just made an amazing catch. Celebrate, have fun. Yeah, pretty much it.